This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, I'm Beth Yates.
And along with John Scalzi, I'm Don Brennan. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday morning, November 29th.
Yes, sir. Inching our way toward December 1st.
Already.
Man, this year has just gone
How did it
by.
happen?
It's
Yeah.
flown by. I know, it really has. It's just amazing.
I found since I moved to Florida without the clear delineation of seasons that it just goes zoom,
And
zoom, zoom.
when you blink, hey, Christmas is going to be here.
Yeah, when winter's 3 days long, then it's not a problem. You know, it goes right on by.
Yeah.
Exactly, right. Our seasons are subtler. They're still around. We're kind of in the dry season now. We're not going to see a whole lot in the way of rainfall for the next probably 3 months or so. But, you know, we got a little bit yesterday, which was kind of nice, around 6 o'clock. Yeah, got a little bit down around the Venice area, particularly around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. Inglewood saw some. Today, I think we have a better chance of not seeing any at all again. Another dry day here on the Suncoast. Scanning radar not showing anything for your morning commute. I don't think you will. It'll be a beautiful start to the day with a mix of sun and clouds. Daytime highs topping out near the 80-degree mark, well above average once again today. We do have some slightly cooler air coming, and we'll talk about that in just a few. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Taking a look at the roadways, everything's looking good. Volume is picking up, but nothing to worry about in Manatee County, at least. Palmetto's looking good, as is Ellington and downtown Bradenton. And basically, everything on the Suncoast is looking good, just as more cars on the roadways, but there are no accidents at this point in time.
Well, topping the news this morning, hundreds of Ohio State alumni are on edge as details surface about yesterday's attack on students.
Police in Ohio say a man ran down students with his car, then assaulted others with a butcher knife, injuring a total of 11 people. The entire ordeal left people here and across the country shaken up.
I think half the city of Columbus is here in the winter.
Debbie Tarian is a proud graduate of Ohio State University. In fact, she's the vice president of the Sarasota Alumni Chapter.
Our club has nearly 400 members.
Tarian said she was shocked to hear about the Ohio State student who allegedly drove into a crowd and then got out of his car and used a butcher knife on those he could reach. In the end, nearly a dozen were injured, including one seriously.
There were multiple injuries related to lacerations or cuts, most likely, as the chief said, from the stab wounds from the butcher knife.
My reaction was one of great sorrow, and it was great concern. I mean, we have 12 local students up there, and making sure, wondering, are they okay? I have still many contacts and friends in the Columbus area.
Tarian says social media has helped alumni stay in touch, and it doesn't appear there are any direct local connections to this bizarre incident. Witnesses say it could have been a lot worse if not for the nearby officer who was on the scene within 2 minutes and shot the suspect. The suspect's identified as Abdul Artan, an American citizen of Somali descent. No word yet on a motive, but Tarian says regardless, it's a day that these students will never forget.
My heart breaks for them. They had to be so frightened and just so lost, not knowing what to do, where to go for safety. It's never good at any school, but boy, when it's a school that's close to your heart, it's really hard. It's very heartbreaking.
That was Ray Collins reporting. Now new this morning, investigators in Charlotte County are looking into a fatal house fire. It happened yesterday.
And the 32,000 block of Oil Well Road, and according to the Charlotte County Fire Rescue, when they arrived on scene, the fire had fully engulfed the home. A man was found and transported to a local hospital with burns from the situation. After putting the fire out, body was discovered under debris in a bedroom. The State Fire Marshal's office is investigating, along with the Sheriff's Office Major Crimes Unit. And a new study shows gun-related murders in Florida have risen sharply since the controversial Stand Your Ground law passed back in 2005.
The law, which has been a focal point for several cases here on the Suncoast, allows residents to use deadly force if they believe they are at risk of death or great bodily harm. But a new study published in the Journal of American Medical Association found that homicides in Florida increased 24% after the law passed. Despite the increase, some local gun right advocates say defending yourself is a right, though others disagree, saying that the law raises the stakes in minor altercations.
Stand Your Ground is a good law. It helps people who are doing nothing more than trying to protect themselves.
In the old days, if somebody threatened you, you would have a fist fight, and one person would win and one person would lose, but nobody would die.
Now, researchers did not find similar increases in gun deaths in other states that did not have the Stand Your Ground law. And here on the Suncoast, a controversial project may be moving forward.
Though it's still in its permitting phase, the Lido Beach dredging project is making progress. The plan is to dig up more than 1 million cubic yards of sand from Big Pass and use it to help re-nourish 1.5 miles of Lido Key Beach. Now, there's no set start date yet, but the public is being invited to meet with the State Department of Environmental Protection, which is holding an open meeting tomorrow evening from 6 to 7:30 at the Waldemere Fire Station in Sarasota.
And the CES to Keep project is coming closer to reality. Beach visitors will soon see open trolleys on the roadway as Sarasota County is now accepting bids to bring the trolleys to the area. The route will stretch from the village to Turtle Beach with the majority of the stops on Midnight Pass Road. The county hopes to award the 6-month contract in the early next year. And if you're looking to grab an Uber or ride your way to work this morning, you may want to have a backup option.
Today, hundreds of Uber drivers are planning to join a national protest for higher minimum wages. Didn't Uber just come to be? It's all part of a larger demonstration under the group Fight for 15. Drivers are joining other hourly fast food and airport workers in pushing for a $15 minimum wage. Drivers in its top 20 U.S. markets actually average more than $19 an hour. The Fight for 15 movement has been going since 2012, and since then a $15 minimum wage has been approved in New York, California, and Washington, D.C.
And new this morning, a major international commerce company announces a Suncoast expansion.
That's right. The company General Bites announcing it will move into the Bradenton area this month. The company is branching out after rapid growth and decided to base their new U.S. branch right here on the Suncoast. General Bites is currently the world's 3rd largest Bitcoin ATM producer and is the leader in the market in European countries. To help locals get acquainted with their services, they're hosting a community meetup today in Sarasota. It starts at 5 this evening. And the city of Venice experiencing a housing boom right now.
And to accommodate the rise in sales, the city is looking to hire 2 new inspectors. Tomorrow, City Council will discuss adding the new positions. The Venice building officials say that single-family homes have been on a steady increase over the past 5 years. Last year, they hired 3 new staff members to process the increased building permits and inspections. But now they say they need more help. The cost of the 2 new positions with benefits is nearly $170,000. And now a problem crawling around in Palmetto apartment complex.
Well, it's,
I know what the problem is.
Actually, it's bed bugs, not palmetto bugs, but they are bed bugs in Palmetto, and they've created a nuisance in some apartments at Bayside Villas. For one group of residents who live at the complex, they say bed bugs are the least of their problems. There are claims of racism following the eviction of some residents and the possible evictions of others in the near future.
They find anything to evict you and to put you out so that they can get full-based market for their rent and they can eliminate this complex of blacks.
One of the owners of Bayside Villas is disputing the claims of racism. He says, quote, "My job is to make sure that management abides by all fair housing rules to the letter of the law. We take this job dead seriously and execute this policy always with determination."
Now, one group is enjoying a job well done today. It's Moat Marine, and they're helping with underwater life, keeping them safe.
That's right. Moat today is releasing some fish that have been tagged for a study. They're releasing nearly 40 snook into Philippi Creek. The project is part of their efforts to tag and release 10 to 15,000 hatchery-raised snook into Sarasota and Manatee counties. They say by dividing, releasing, and studying these fish, scientists at Moat can learn more about them and the ecosystems, and that way they can help. And happening today, the Southwest Florida Goodwill Foundation kicking off its Festival of Trees.
This year marks the 10th anniversary that Goodwill is hosting the event. The festival has become a tradition for locals, devoting 5 days of fun activities to help raise money and awareness for a number of community programs and organizations, including those that support people with disabilities and disadvantages. Each day, different projects will be available for guests. Among the options this year are painting events, an ugly sweater party, a sweet shop, a Christmas tree preview party, with a wine tasting. The festivities begin today in Fort Myers, so a lot of stuff to get into the spirit. And those looking for the right Christmas tree this season, there's one group in Bradenton that says they can help you. And they have 60 years worth of advice for you. That's the Boys and Girls Club of Manatee. They're welcoming you to their tree lot for the 62nd year in a row. They've opened along Manatee Avenue next to Jesse P. Miller Elementary School. They specialize in North Carolina Fraser firs ranging from 3 to 13 feet, and the lot opens at noons on weekends and 9 a.m. during the week. And of course, that's good. It's all for a good cause. You get your tree and a good cause.
Yeah, it's definitely a good cause. Always good to see, and holiday decorating is continuing here on the Suncoast for sure, right?
That it is. Holiday decorating continues, and we asked you to share your pictures with us, and here's some of what you sent in to show the spirit.
That's right. This morning we're taking a look at some of the gorgeous Christmas tree pictures you've all sent in, and check out this one. Rather than traditional green, Paige Caldwell went with, well, she went with more of a bright and festive, right? Bright purple, blue, pink ornaments to fill out that arrangement. And of course, purple tree skirt to go with it. You have to have the matching tree skirt, of course. Mariana Rocchio sent us this pic of her tree. It's got a glowing angel at the top, and it's large blooming flowers, packed with shine, shimmer, a little sparkle as well, and some of those flowers gold leaf, along with some other silver and gold twirled branches making their way through her setup, silver and gold. We want to see how you are preparing for the holidays this week, so send us some of your festive photos by visiting our website, mysuncoast.com, or posting to our Facebook page. Yes, indeed. John?
Christmas is here.
John?
Yes, almost.
You haven't chopped down your tree in the attic yet?
I gotta get up there and do that. We have some beautiful weather for you this afternoon. We'll look for a mix of sun and clouds and a little bit higher humidity. We'll talk about that in a second.
All right, still to come. Oh.
I love big bling for little Ching. That's why I only wear Spectralite diamonds from Created Gems, or I wear nothing at all.
Hurricane season is here. Are you prepared? ABC7 has the information you need. Access our special Surviving a Hurricane now. Access our special on our ABC7 app and all our live streaming platforms.
Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Roku. ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
What makes America's #1 beach even better? How about seafood and music? Don't miss the Siesta Beach Seafood and Music Festival happening Saturday and Sunday, December 3rd and 4th from 10 to 6 p.m. Savor mouth-watering Florida Gulf Coast seafood dishes by top restaurants and chefs while you enjoy great live music from some of Florida's top musical groups. So grab your family and friends at the Siesta Beach Seafood and Music Festival December 3rd and 4th. For more information, visit seafoodfestivals.com.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Don't hate me because I'm blingiful. Get your bling on with affordable Spectralite diamonds exclusively at Created Gems in Gold and Silver, where you always get big bling for little ching.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Nice mild start to the day. We have an air temperature of 65 degrees with a dew point of 63. When you get temperature and dew point within a couple of degrees of one another, there's a chance of seeing some fog around. It's not a big chance today. The wind speeds are still kind of brisk, southeast at about 10. But nevertheless, in a wind-protected area, especially in inland locations, you might have a little patchy fog out there. 66 Wauchula, 65 Parrish, Bradenton the same. Ditto in Mayaca, Lakewood Ranch at 66, 67 in Northport, 66 Punta Gorda. Along the coast, a tad bit warmer with 68 in Venice, 69 Inglewood, 70 at Longboat Key. So we have a lot of moisture across the state of Florida. It has led to a lot of cloud cover around, did lead to a lot of cloud cover around yesterday, and some pretty good rain showers around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. Now, with that southerly wind flow, we've got a little bit more showery activity in the southern tip of the state. And a frontal boundary is what's causing the showers that you see up to the north of us. We will probably not see any of that today. Now, maybe on Thursday, we might get a chance at seeing a little bit of that panhandle rain showers. We'll talk about that in a second. Quiet on radar across all area roadways. Don't expect to see any rain showers during these morning hours. A couple of frontal boundaries. This first one will never reach us. It continues off to the north and to the east, but today does pose a severe weather threat for parts of the deep south. Again, in areas that were hit with severe weather yesterday, there's the potential for more severe weather again today, and that includes tornadoes, gusty winds, large hail, that sort of thing. So it's a significant threat again today. Then back to the west, another area of low pressure, lee side low coming out of the Rockies will lift off to the north and to the east and drag a frontal boundary through here, probably on Thursday morning. That front, however, will be dissipating as it moves through the state of Florida. So we're not going to get a whole lot of cold air with this one, and we won't get a huge rain chance, but we do have a chance at a few scattered showers. Now, there could be some bigger showers in the deep south, even some stronger storms in the deep south, but by the time the front gets here, we have just a smattering of patches of drizzle and light rainfall. So it will not be a big rain event on Thursday. We have another chance of rain with another front coming our way on Sunday. Those will be our 2 days this week when we have a shot at getting some appreciable rainfall. Sun cloud mix today, though. South wind continues. It'll feel humid in the afternoon, and then we have dry skies. The forecast for severe weather is in the deep south again today, and that area in red has a pretty good risk of seeing the potential of tornadic development, large hail, gusty winds, and torrential downpours of rain that could lead to some flash flood problems there. Well, we won't have any of that. They can use the rainfall in that section of the country. They have a drought ongoing there, but we won't see too much around here. Watch as a secondary front begins to approach our area on Thursday and kind of falls apart as it gets closer to us. That's what will happen Thursday. Probably for a fair amount of the day will be in the cloud cover on Thursday. Won't be a Chamber of Commerce day. South wind at 10 to 15, 2 to 3 foot seas, a moderate chop on bay and inland waters. And the forecast calls for warmer temperatures for the next several days. Front limps through on Thursday, lowers our temperatures a few degrees, gets us back to more average temperatures. And then we'll have another chance of rainfall on Sunday and lower our temperature a few more degrees. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Now looking at our traffic, we're seeing a little bit more volume on the road, but not too much activities in Manatee County. In Sarasota, also looking pretty good on our roadways there, but South County, we've had our first accident. I-75 northbound near exit 193, Jacaranda Boulevard, so you want to be careful or avoid that area. Now, tyrant, dictator, revolutionary, or defender. Fidel Castro was many things to many people.
And the 90-year-old former Cuban president died over the weekend, leaving his country at least officially in mourning. Diane Gallagher is in Cuba with more.
Gunshots pierce Cuban skies. The 21-gun salute pays tribute to Cuba's former president, Fidel Castro. Castro hasn't held power since 2008, but his death marks the end to an important chapter in Cuban history.
This man, this dictator, this tyrant, and this murder has been a nightmare not only for the Cuban people, but also for the national security interests of the United States.
Many Cuban exiles in Miami, whose families were forever separated, cheered Castro's death. Meanwhile, passengers in Miami boarded the first commercial flight in more than 50 years to fly from the U.S. to Havana. And the timing was not lost on those taking part in the historic trip.
I think kind of a once-in-a-lifetime experience to get to experience the culture in a truly different way. Castro is such a polarizing figure, and it'll be interesting to see how people are responding.
In Havana, no one is celebrating, at least not openly. Mourners lined up in Havana's Revolutionary Plaza to pay respects to their former leader. Now that he's gone, many Cubans wonder if anything will change.
I hope we all follow his legacy, his ideas, and that is something that we have, and hope we stay the way we are. If there are any changes, I hope they are for the best.
In Havana, I'm Diane Gallagher reporting.
Still ahead this morning on Good Morning Suncoast.
Concerns at airport security after an incident in Houston. Many are on high alert. More coming up in a GMA Good Morning First Look.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile, and in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
A bizarre security scare at a Houston airport.
A female passenger opened an emergency exit just after her flight landed, then made a run for it. ABC's David Curley has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, passengers on this jet were stunned.
Lady on this flight just opened the door and jumped out of the plane.
Landing in Houston from New Orleans, but not at the gate yet, the emergency door is gone, as well as a passenger. Spotted on video obtained by KPRC, she's seen running across the tarmac towards the terminal. But authorities quickly realized this is not a threat, but a medical case.
Kentucky entered problem. Airport response, team 92.
The woman hospitalized overnight. But this is not the first time. In the past few years, we've seen flight attendants who decided to quit by deploying the emergency chutes and bailing out of the aircraft and their jobs. And we'll have more details coming up at 7 a.m., plus the latest on the airport workers' strike at Chicago's O'Hare Airport. With GMA's First Look, I'm David Curley, ABC News, Washington.
Remember 2007? Smartphones? OMG. 10 years later, nothing's really changed. It's time to snap out of it.
Hello, Moto.
Snap on a JBL speaker. Put a 70-inch screen on a wall. Get a 10 times optical zoom. Get excited, world.
Hello, Moto.
Moto is here. The new Moto Z with Moto mods. Save up to $400 when you trade in your old phone and switch to Verizon.
The eau de parfum, Lancôme.
Available at Macy's, your fragrance destination.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Download ABC7's free all-new news app at your app store today.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Black Friday's biggest deals are still here. That's right, the Black Friday sales event is going strong at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Ram trucks are built tough enough to help you conquer whatever the day may throw your way with all the technology and comfort you'd find in a luxury vehicle. Right now, get over 20% off. That's up to $15,000 off a new Ram 1500. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, Cuba continuing its period of mourning following the death of dictator Fidel Castro, while others wonder how this affect, well, how it'll have on the future.
President-elect Donald Trump again in hot water as some in Congress call for an investigation into possible conflicts of interest in his business dealings.
And it's definitely beginning to look a lot like Christmas, especially at our nation's capital.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, I'm Bobeth Yates.
And I'm Don Brennan, along with John Scalzi. Thank you for joining us again. It's 6:31 for this Good Morning Suncoast edition. Definitely, and a lot of Cyber Monday. Now today's probably a little terrible Tuesday with a lot of
buyer's remorse.
Exactly.
Like, did I spend
Return
what?
Tuesday.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of sites crashed. Some, even if just for a few minutes. It's a little crazy when you don't know if you've actually put in for the sale and then the site crashes and you're wondering, did I get that?
Should I do it again?
Yeah.
I don't want to double order.
PayPal crashed for me yesterday.
Oh, PayPal?
Yeah, I could not get through at all.
Well, it's a good thing. You're not supposed to spend all that money. That's what it was telling you.
Oh, no,
it was for my gift, though.
It was for auto parts. It wasn't a big whoop. We have some pretty decent weather shaping up for you today. Check it out yesterday. Oh, there it came. There it goes. A little bit of showery activity around during the evening yesterday. Didn't get a whole lot, but we got some, a minor amount. Today, I don't think we'll see much of anything at all. We'll have daytime highs to top out near the 80-degree mark. Mix of sun and clouds, afternoon humidity, that sort of thing. And we have some cooler, drier weather on the way, though, and we'll talk about that in just a few.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Taking a look at Suncoast roadways. Things are starting to pick up, get a little hairier with more people on the roadways. You see definitely tightening of traffic as you head north on 301 approaching State Road 64, but no accidents or delays in Manatee County to speak of as you head out the door this morning. Also, Sarasota County looking pretty good, at least the northern part of it, as you head down south. The first accident of the morning, I-75 northbound at exit 193, or mile marker 193, which is Jacaranda Boulevard. I-75 northbound, there is an accident, but no delay at this point in the morning. Topping our news this half hour, classes are resuming at The Ohio State University, where police say a suspect drove a car into a crowd of classmates, then jumped out, stabbing several students with a butcher knife. 11 people were wounded in that attack.
And now the search for answers continues. ABC's Janae Norman joins us from Washington with an investigation into the look of a possible link to ISIS.
A threatening announcement before a terrifying assault.
Fire department, just as OSU, we have a vehicle that struck several pedestrians.
According to law enforcement officials, a mere 3 minutes before the first call for help, Abdul Razak Ali Artan posted to Facebook, "I can't take it anymore, America. Stop interfering with other countries, especially the Muslim Ummah. We are not weak. We are not weak. Remember that." And then,
we got a man with a knife running around. Cutting people.
The FBI digging deeper to learn what pushed the Somali immigrant overboard, leading to the attack in his adoptive country's homeland.
Then, we were starting to get the text that there was a shooter on campus, so they locked the building down, had us all go up to the 3rd floor.
Artan was recently profiled in the Ohio State University campus newspaper, The Lantern, blaming the media for Muslims feeling scared on campus. Authorities believe he may have become radicalized and are looking into recent ISIS propaganda, urging followers to copy the vehicle attack that took place in Nice, France, killing 84 people. And just 2 days ago, the terrorist group posting this video instructing followers how to use a knife to attack non-believers.
Certainly that authorities need to treat this as a potential terrorist attack.
In all, 11 people hurt, one critically. Police saying it may have been worse were it not for the campus police officer who was in the right place at the right time.
Our officers was on scene in less than a minute, and he ended the situation less than a minute. He engaged the suspect, and he eliminated the threat.
Investigators believe the suspect acted alone and was behind another Facebook post writing, "If you want us Muslims to stop carrying lone wolf attacks, then make peace." Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
And developing overnight, a plane has crashed in Colombia carrying 72 passengers and 9 crew members, among them a Brazilian soccer team. The mayor of nearby Rio Negro, Colombia, says there are at least 5 survivors, 2 crew members and 3 soccer players. Local media report the first has been taken to the hospital. It's not yet clear what went wrong with the aircraft on the 3,000-mile trip, or which it was on its way to Medellin Airport.
The trial of the man accused of shooting up a church in South Carolina continues today.
The judge has granted a motion by the accused attacker, Dylan Roof, to represent himself in the trial for the murder of 9 African-American churchgoers. Police say Roof joined a prayer service last year and then opened fire on the others in the room after spending about an hour with them. His trial was supposed to start earlier this month, but was delayed until Roof was ruled competent to stand trial, which happened just last Friday, and then he fired his defenders, and prosecutors say they will seek the death penalty. And after the recent school bus crash tragedy, children at Woodmere Elementary in Chattanooga, Tennessee are back in school this week. Officials at school say they are doing everything they can to help the students through this very tough time. Their goal is to create a stable, safe, and comforting environment for the students. They're keeping 15 counselors on site, therapy dogs, hundreds of teddy bears, and thousands of hugs.
Our goal today was to make sure that we created and had a stable, safe, and comforting school environment for our students.
Last week, 5 students were killed in the crash on their way home from school, with another student dying days later in the hospital.
Texas now joins Florida in reporting cases of the Zika virus transmitted to a person through a mosquito bite. A woman in Rio Grande Valley was diagnosed with the Zika virus, but had not traveled anywhere. The Texas Department of State and Health Services are now investigating the case and searching for others who might be infected. As of last week, Texas reported 257 confirmed Zika cases. Only Florida has reported local transmitted outbreaks of Zika. Congressional Democrats are taking aim at President-elect Donald Trump's business dealing and calling for Chairman of the House of Oversight Committee to investigate Trump's potential conflicts of interest.
Yeah, as his business deals are growing, so too are the questions about them. Jessica Snyder has the story.
I don't care about my business.
President-elect Trump brushing off questions about his business ventures around the world.
In theory, I could be president of the United States and run my business 100%, sign checks in my business. I could run my business perfectly and then run the country perfectly.
His business encompassing 150 companies in at least 25 countries around the world. And the projects will continue to pop up through Trump's presidency. In the works, Trump Tower at Century City in the Philippines, a $150 million tower licensing the Trump name. Developer Jose Antonio flew to New York following the election for a meeting with Trump and his children. And Antonio was just named by the president of the Philippines a special trade envoy to the U.S., further blurring the lines between business and government. And then there's the Trump Towers project in Istanbul.
It's a tremendously successful job. It's called Trump Towers.
Last June, Turkish President Erdogan demanded the Trump name be taken down after Trump called for a Muslim ban in the U.S. But in July, after then-candidate Trump defended Erdogan's right to crack down on dissidents after an attempted coup, all calls to eliminate the Trump name ceased. Trump admitted on Breitbart Radio on December 1st, 2015, the project could pose a problem.
I have a little conflict of interest because I have a major building in Istanbul.
And it was just 1 week after the election that Trump took time to meet with Indian business partners at Trump Tower, seen in this tweet that was later taken down. The scrutiny over his continued business dealings is mounting. Democrats now demanding the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform investigate the intermingling of Mr. Trump's businesses and his responsibilities as president, calling his conflicts of interest around the world unprecedented. Even Republican Congressman Justin Amash tweeting this: "You rightly criticized Hillary for Clinton Foundation. If you have contracts with foreign governments, it's certainly a big deal too. Hashtag drain the swamp." But Trump isn't backing down, acknowledging that his rise to the White House makes his name a hotter brand than it was before. Ethics lawyers, though, warn if Trump doesn't go further to separate his presidency from his pet projects, there could be problems.
I think it jeopardizes the country.
because the danger is that he'll make decisions that benefit him financially but are not the best decisions for the country.
Jessica Schneider, CNN, New York.
The Veterans Crisis Hotline just got a huge boost.
Yes, President Obama signed a bill into law that aims to ensure all calls made to the Veterans Affairs Crisis Hotline get answered in a timely manner. The legislation comes after a federal investigation found some calls were going into a voicemail system. The bill requires the VA to develop a plan for calls made to the crisis hotline or a backup center so they can handle those calls quickly. An average of 22 veterans take their own lives each year. Now things are getting to look a lot like Christmas on Capitol Hill.
Indeed they are. There's a Christmas tree going up, an 80-foot Christmas tree. It's going up this week, and the tree comes all the way from Idaho. They had to look all over the country for the best tree. It took 3 weeks to get here. The tree stopped at 31 locations along the way during the nearly 4,000-mile trip. A lighting ceremony will take place on December 6th on the west lawn of the U.S. Capitol, and being 80 feet, it may take that long to get the tree up. And locals on the Suncoast, they're continuing their festiveness as they send us pictures, not the 80-foot Christmas tree, but something, right?
It's something. Well, this morning we're going to take a look at some of the amazing Christmas tree pictures you've sent in. We got a picture from Annie. She's in Sarasota, and she brings us a tree that's pretty bright to highlight the yellow in the back of her home. Now, she topped it with a dark, rich purple bulb, the gold accents, and finishes off the arrangements, of course, with a sparkling gold tree skirt. And got another picture coming in. Now, this one is from Millie, also from Sarasota. She sent us a picture of her massive tree. This one, a flux snow-tipped with the decorations all the way from the top to the bottom. Throughout the branches, the flowers of pine cones, lots of red ornaments, completely stocked with stockings, garlands surrounding. Just a great arrangement. This is, nice tree. I like this one a lot. Now, if you want to show us your pictures and show us how you are decking your halls this holiday season, please do so by sending your photos. You can visit our website at mysuncoast.com, or you can just post your pictures on our Facebook page. And I love seeing them, so you should keep doing it. All right, still to coming this morning on Suncoast.
Well, forget pills and patches. The best way to quit smoking may have more to do with financial gain. We'll explain coming up in Health Smart.
These are our heroes. They have sacrificed so much to serve our country. And now Granny Nannies is truly honored to serve them. We're here and we're ready to help. Call us today.
Join Save Our Seabirds, the Baltimore Orioles, and ABC7 for Run for the Birds, December 4th at Ed Smith Stadium. The 5K 1-mile fun run will end at home plate and be followed by a festival with live music, food, and fun. Register today at raceroster.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
At Granny Nannies, we provide your loved ones with the care they deserve, compassionate and experienced help right where you need it most, at home. Visit us at grannynannies.com.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So Morganly and Bradenton has temperatures in the 60s. Becky and Omayaka has temperatures in the upper 50s. At the airport, it's 65 degrees, and we have a dew point value of 63, making it feel a little sticky out there. Temperature and dew point pretty close together. So the humidity is high. It'll be higher throughout the day today, thanks to that southeast wind coming in at about 10. Across the region, 65 Wauchula, Arcadia Parish at 64, so is Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch at 65. Mayaca City comes in at 64, and Northport at 66, so does Punta Gorda, 68 in Venice. Inglewood, you have 69, so do you in Longboat Key. Across the peninsula, we've got some scattered showers over in the Panhandle. There's the potential for some severe weather there. And a southerly wind flow that you just saw continues to pump up moisture from the south, spawning a few scattered showers down there. We don't have a lot of activity locally. I don't think we're going to see much activity locally. Drive time this morning will be dry as a bone. I don't think we'll have any weather issues whatsoever, except for the fact that we'll have a little bit of a breezy wind out there again today. The reason is that high pressure ridge is going to kind of be in a squeeze play with the approaching frontal boundary. Now, that high is going to be a block for this front, so the front isn't going to come through here today. In fact, it's going to lift to the north, kind of the tail end dissipate, but it will produce the threat of some severe weather, and the Atlanta airport could get some bigger storms a little bit later on today. So if you're traveling, if you're heading to that airport hub, there could be some airport delays. Again, severe weather possible in Mississippi, Alabama, parts of Georgia, especially on up into Kentucky and Tennessee. There's the potential for hail, gusty winds, tornadic activity once again today. Another low, lee side low, coming out of the Rockies here, ejecting off to the north into the east, will drag a cold front closer to us by the time we get to Thursday. Now, a line of strong showers associated with that front will start to fall apart as it gets closer to us. So we have a chance of rainfall on Thursday, but it's going to be a minor chance. And as that front gets closer and closer, it becomes less and less of a weather maker. So we get a few scattered showers around, maybe a little bit of patchy drizzle. We get some cloud cover around on Thursday, and it won't be a Chamber of Commerce kind of day, I don't think, but at least we'll have a shot at some much needed rainfall. Better chance comes our way on Sunday with another front coming through down the road. Sun cloud mix, south winds continues, and dry conditions. Now the winds will be kind of breezy today and tomorrow. Check out the wind gusts forecast by the RPM computer model, and you can see that out of the south it'll be kind of a breezy condition. Now on Thursday, I think these winds will subside a little bit as that front kind of fizzles out over top of us. The rainfall futurecast shows not much in the way of rainfall today or tomorrow, but then as we head into Thursday, we'll watch that frontal boundary approach and then kind of fall apart as it gets closer to us. Forecast looks like this for boaters today. Kind of a breezy day, gusty winds south at about 10 to 15. That'll be 2-foot seas and a light chop, 2 to 3 foot seas, I should say, and a moderate chop on bay and inland waters. Forecast calling for a 20% chance of rain on Thursday, 30% chance on Sunday. In between, we'll have some cooler temperatures after Thursday and cooler still starting the next work week. Back to you.
All right, thank you. And looking at our traffic right now, we're seeing a little congestion building up. We have an accident over by I-275 northbound near exit 5 on US 19. Also a little bit of congestion going into the Palmetto area over by the bridge, and also on 301 south. Now heading into Sarasota over by Bee Ridge, also a major blockage over there. No accident, just a lot of traffic, so you want to definitely avoid that area if you can. And then heading south, we got an accident on I-75 northbound, exit 193, Jacaranda Boulevard. So a lot of activity to keep away from. All right, now the deadly effects of smoking has long been public knowledge for more than a century.
Really? Smoking's dangerous.
Yeah, who knew?
Indeed it is. Trying to quit can be a real struggle. There are some methods that are scientifically proven to work, however. Financial incentives might be your best bet. A new study found that people who were motivated by money were able to quit successfully, at least after 12 months, that is. Nicotine replacement therapy like skin patches, lozenges, or nicotine gum, another option with specifically proven success. Researchers examined more than 150 different tests for these items and found a person's likelihood of quitting while using them increased 50 to 70%.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.
ABC7 is the most watched, most trusted news source on the Suncoast, and we owe it all to you, our loyal viewers. Thank you for making us #1.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Holiday scratch-offs are here, and oh, they make great surprises. Imagine the joy they will bring. With over $126 million in prizes, use them for a wreath or a place card for your feast. Attach them, scratch them, and let the magic happen. Holiday scratch-offs. The Florida Lottery has them. Just imagine.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Another quick look at our traffic. Those heading north on I-75, you want to be careful. I-75 northbound, there's an accident near exit 193 Jacaranda Boulevard, so avoid it if you can.
Definitely.
Chances of rain come your way on Thursday and Sunday. Otherwise warm for the next several days, followed by some slightly cooler temps.
It's like Willy Wonka, except with football and beer instead of chocolate. Bud Light is offering one lucky fan Super Bowl tickets for life. Here's what you do. You find one of the 37,000 golden Bud Light cans being distributed across the country. Then take a picture with the can and post it on social media with the hashtag SBTix4Life and hashtag sweeps. Leading up to the Super Bowl, 6 winners will be chosen per week to get a pair of the season tickets to their favorite team. Then from that group, the big winner will be picked during the week of January 16th in between the Super Bowl. The promotion started yesterday.
I'm not a beer drinker, but I'm going to go buy.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Life.
That's what I'm saying. You have to buy some of this to try to get in on this action.
It's a pretty good deal.
I like it.
Yeah. Indeed it is. All right. Well, have a great day, everybody. Good Morning America is coming up next, and go check out the Super Bowl for life.
There you go. Bye.